is open.
Hi, Todd.
Hey, how are you, man?
Good, thank you.
Alrighty, so what's your biggest issue?
My biggest issues right now, I am in a certain market where I'm not really successful of getting those leads to buy or sell.
Okay, where'd your last few closings come from?
Only sphere of influence, like friendship, family, and stuff.
Okay, so just give me a quick rundown then, in a nutshell, what your marketing system is to generate more business like that.
Newsletters, Facebook marketing, calls.
How many people know you?
I don't have a number yet, but a lot of them.
So let's think through that for a minute. Imagine your business being limited to who you know. That's a very small business. Like that would be a small number. But the number you can scale is a number of people that know you. So that's what you want to do a really great job on in terms of your databases. Okay, so I'm just going to run through a little checklist here. I'm going to go to this library on the coaching site called the Referral Systems Library. I'm just going to pull up a cheat sheet. Okay, this is my cheat sheet. I call it my checklist. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay, next, you and your wife, you guys work together. Are all of your cell phone contacts in your database?
Yes.
Okay, so your database is what? What do you guys use? What do you have? Do you have a contact management system? What is it?
Hi, Todd. It's Lady. We have a wise agent.
Okay,
and
great.
A successful website.
All right, no problem. Got it. All right, so all of your cell phone contacts that you guys have are in your database, in
Yes.
your CRM. All right. Now, do you have any address books? You know, like if I come down here to my Outlook, I'll show you guys. Okay, here's my Outlook. See where it says address book? I noticed the other day that a lot of these people in my address book are not in my CRM. What about you?
Actually, we don't have address book with the addresses. What we have in our database are the phone numbers, some with our addresses, some not. But the address book, what I understand is with the address and everything, we don't have any.
What I was just showing was an email address book.
Yeah, we have email address book.
Well, I just want to make sure that we've got as big an audience as we can that we're working from. All right, so and then you've got your other social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
Now let's run through our checklist. I'm just going to ask you a few more questions, and then we'll be able to jump on a couple of things. So from what I know about you guys, you need more business.
Definitely, yes.
All right, so we want to always attack, you always want to attack the easiest, lowest hanging fruit first when it comes to marketing. And then you're working on stuff that you've never done before to try to make it generate more business, okay?
Agree.
Right, so you get that. How many people in your database?
Maybe 2,000.
All right, so I think that's enough of an audience to generate at least one deal a week just from that audience. And you need to know that too, okay? That's a lot of people that are sitting there in a database to generate a deal a week. Now, does that mean all the business is going to come directly from those 2,000? No, but they may very well know someone. Unless I'm telling them to send whatever they're getting from me to the someone or send me the someone they know, unless I'm doing that, they're not going to just on their own volition run out and do it. Let's say that you sent out a homeward bound newsletter, direct mail homeward bound. So let's say you sent that out. The obvious is that it showed up in my mailbox on a day and that was it. That's not enough for everybody in my database, for example, to hear from me and make offers, not even remotely close to anything enough. It's sort of like this. I showed you my email. I have 170 emails. Okay, that's after I've gone through a bunch of them today. All right, so if you were to send me an email today, let me remind you, you would be one of 170 just right now. So to think that you sent me an email, it's like, oh my God, I sent them an email. No, it's not even a blip on the radar screen. So your job here, if you want more business, is you're going to have to market more to your database, a lot more, as an example. So most everybody that are watching right now, a lot of them think that they're doing enough. Well, I've done this and I've done that. And the answer is no. We just all have to accept right now that we're just not doing enough marketing. And the marketing that we are doing is not, it might be fine. It's just not enough of it. It could very well be that, okay? But we don't know. That's why we're troubleshooting. All right, so this newsletter that goes out by mail, you guys send it out every month to how many people?
Less than 150.
So you got 2,000 people in your database, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So on the checklist, it says you got to start with a minimum of 250 people,
Yes.
preferably 300 when you direct mail something. And that's just based on experience of scale. So it's like a tip. It's like mailing out postcards. Some people will send out 2,000, 3,000, or 5,000 postcards, and they're surprised they just don't get very many leads or anything. You know, the average number is 8,000. There's a tipping point in the numbers in there somewhere. So on your direct mail, number one, are you mailing something like this out every month to at least 300?
No, we don't have 300 to the address. It's less than 150.
Okay. Well, you got to get more addresses.
Okay.
Like you've got the contacts. A lot of these people know you, and you can get addresses like they're available online.
Mostly of them, when I reach them in the first place, most of them don't like to give home address. They prefer email.
Hold on. So let's move the prospects to the side for a second. And let's talk about your sphere. These are people that know you. These are friends, family, business associates, your past clients, and adopted customers. I just can't imagine that number's not 300. How many people you got in your cell phone?
I have a lot, like 800 people, but not with home address. It's just phone numbers.
Yeah, I got it. But you got to go get the addresses, I'm saying. Otherwise, we're going to have the same conversation down the road. Based on how you're going about building your database of address, it just all depends on your client that you're accumulating.
Right.
Let me give you an example. My wife used to send Christmas cards out every holiday season. So she had this book that she would pull out, and it was her address book where she would send Christmas cards to people in the address book. And there was probably a couple hundred people in there. I grabbed the book. I took it to my office. I gave it to my assistant. I said, put all these people in my CRM. It's 200 people who know me. All right. If you've got a list of phone numbers and email addresses, you can probably track down mailing addresses, but you're going to have to figure out what company out there online can take that information and get it for you.
Okay. Number one on my to-do list now.
Right. It is. I want you to work harder at getting people's addresses from your sphere, from the people who know you.